What's up, guys? How are you all doing? My name is Stix, and today, just quickly before we get into making any videos or live streaming for today, I just want to quickly go over a question that we've been asked quite a few times in our ArcheAge videos or through private messages, and, you know, what do you guys currently think of ArcheAge 3.0? Is it worth playing still? Like, should we come back to the game? So, a few weeks ago, we finally had the opportunity to play ArcheAge 3.0, having tried for at least 2 weeks straight prior to get into the game and ending in complete and utter failure. From what we'd seen at the time, the ArcheAge 3.0 launch ended up being pretty damn terrible. Many players over at the ArcheAge subreddit claimed that they weren't able to log in, had constant disconnects, were crashing all the time, had those ridiculous infinite loading loops, meshes wouldn't load, and, you know, just absolutely ridiculous problems like that. Ever since the 3.0 update was announced and then rolled out by Treon, however you guys want to pronounce that. Now, that is perfectly fine. However, they should have already ironed out a lot of those things on the PTR prior to the launch. But, I mean, a lot of MMORPGs have had terrible initial launches, so we're perfectly happy just looking past this for a few days. Therefore, naturally, we didn't expect to get into ArcheAge 3.0 during the first few days, but come on, really? Having to wait over 2 weeks before finally being able to get in? Are you kidding me? How is that acceptable in any sense at all? The 3.0 update itself adds with it 2 new servers, additional world masses, quests, an additional battleground, naval battles, buildings, world bosses, quality of life improvements, new additional story, new races such as the Warborn and the Dwarves, both of which are very, very cool, mind you. We haven't played through the Dwarf Zone yet, unfortunately, and we do plan to eventually, but what we have since seen of the Warborn zones, the environment, and the Warborn backstory, it is pretty damn amazing. The Warborn population, even several weeks into the launch where we're playing currently, is still fairly large, and there's still a constant stream of new players coming in, at least for the time being. The Warborn mechanics are pretty awesome to mess around with, and the ability to transform into a hulking mass of utter destruction is so much fun. All that being said, though, our initial experience in ArcheAge 3.0 was terrible. After the game was finally made playable by literally any normal MMORPG standards, the game seems to be much more enjoyable than when we were playing on the older servers. So, is ArcheAge worth coming back to? Did the 3.0 update make ArcheAge into a better game? Is ArcheAge less pay to win than before? Should you play as a new Warborn or Dwarf character? I mean, like, we'll find out in time. Currently, the game is fun for us, right? Like, are we enjoying the game? Yeah, we're enjoying the game a lot currently. We didn't enjoy the game originally when we played. They were on the original servers, and we're playing as, you know, just generic humans with a generic storyline and a generic backstory, and it was boring. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The human starting zone is pretty terrible. We made the game fun, but, you know, it wasn't the greatest experience compared to a lot of other MMOs that we're playing. However, the Warborn starting zone is way faster, a lot more fun, has a lot of voice acting in it, you know, and the Warborn race itself is actually really cool. Should you play the game? I mean, there have been improvements made. The game itself is currently, as long as you're still in the Warborn zone, ridiculously fun. I don't know about the Dwarf zone yet. We'll find that out soon. Is the game better than it was before? I mean, like, if you didn't like it before, you probably still won't like it. But with that being said, if you haven't played the game before, or you know, you're kind of on the fence, you were kind of impartial to whether you thought it was good or bad, it's definitely worth a try now. Yeah. Don't take this as some kind of review or anything, though. It's just our initial thoughts after having finished the Warborn areas. And we plan on starting the Dwarf zones soon, too. And then we'll give you guys a rundown of how the Dwarf zone fared. And then as we progress further, we'll probably come up with another one, with another video, another article letting you guys know whether the game is actually worth playing at endgame. Hopefully, this helps clear up a little and helps you decide whether to come back or to check it out if you haven't already, you know. The game itself at its core is still the same game. If you guys want to play with us, you're more than welcome to roll on the Reckoning server, since that's the server we're playing on 3.0. If you guys want to kill us, then you're gonna have to find us first.